Welcome to the Griffin Loft, and today we're going to do a game review on Fantasy Flight's remake of a classic, which is Chaos Marauders. It's an actual Games Workshop product from back in the 80s. This is the reprint. I did own the original back in the day. And it was originally printed in 1987. And I had a copy of that, and then I found this at actually 401 Games in Toronto, and it was $20, I believe, and it is the original game. It is exactly the same as the original one, guys. If you're not familiar with it, I'm going to open the box up. It is a card game, but it's not a deck builder game or anything like that. This is a very old school kind of card game. So this one has been opened because this is from my personal games collection. I'm going to do a few reviews of games in my collection that we haven't gone over yet, and we'll just just so for some things for you guys out there to look about. This game is still available. I mean, I know for a fact that Meeple Mart, which is the local mega gaming supply store in the city of Toronto, which is where I'm close to, they carry it. They've had a copy of it. So I'm just going to pull everything out of it for you guys right now, and we'll go over everything. So when it's brand new, it'll come with 2 sealed decks. And then the cards are basically broken down into a bunch of different categories, and they have symbols on the bottom, and the different symbols allow you different things. Like you can only have one of certain symbols in a battle line. I'll get to that in a second. And then there are like machine cards where there are multiple cards, and the more you build of the machine, the more point value it has. Basically the idea of the game is you have one of these battle mats here. See, and they're actually pretty cool because they're multi-sided, and there's the designs are slightly different on them. Or are they? No, they're not. They're exactly the same. But that's a battle line. Now, in this battle line, how the game works is on one end you have to have a standard, and on one end you have to have a musician. Now, you don't have to have a battle line the full length of this one. I believe it's battle line can be 5 cards. It has to have a standard bearer, musician, and 3. I can't remember right now because it's in the rules. But anyways, the object is you build 3 battle lines, and as you build a battle line, you're allowed to attack an unfinished battle line of your opponents. And what happens is you collect their cards. Certain cards get discarded, and you can add cards to your battle lines. And when you finish 3 battle lines, you total up the value of the cards in your decks. And as you can see, on the corner of the card here, if Dante, the little man's filming, wants to zoom in, right there where my finger is on the corner, you can see there's a number, right? This one says 9.
Yes.
See, and then like this one, you can keep it in. I'll pull up another one. I got a couple of cards in my hand now. See? Now we got a couple of different cards, and this one says 8, the Shaman of Og. And then this one says 5, it's Claws of Maul. And this one's the Volunteers, Hark, Vermin, Throwers, Volunteers. He's worth 5 or 2. They all have different values. They all have different symbols, and as you can see, like this is a machine card. So on the bottom, it shows you how many cards are in the machine. There are 3. You have 1. You have the front of the machine. So there's the middle of the machine, and then there's the operator. The purpose of the game is there is 1 card in the deck, and I'll take the time for you guys to go through and find it. Okay, there's a musician, so you guys can see what a musician looks like. And then there's a oh, that's a spoil heap. Let me find you a standard bearer. It's like you need to see. And there's a standard. There's an orc regimental standard. So one of those needs to be at one end, and the other one needs to be at the other end. And as I said, I can't for the life of me right now, because it's been a while since I've actually played this game. And we may actually do a gameplay of this at a later date with the two little guys, because they seem to want to play. And I know their mother, for a fact, really enjoys this game. But the whole point of this game is this card right here. This card says, can you read that card for me, little man?
Yeah. If an opponent shows...
No, what's the actual name of the card?
Chaos
Marauders. What's the name of the game? Chaos Marauders.
That looks like an H.
This is Chaos Marauder card. This card is the only card in the deck that can be stolen from another player's hand. And how that card works is when you play your card, if you play that card and somebody else pulls a card and nobody calls Chaos Marauders, you get to keep the card. If anybody calls the card, they get to take the card, and it gets fun because people start arguing over who said it first and so forth and so on. And then there are treasure cards, and then there are talisman cards, and there are like and the fun thing about the whole game is, if you haven't figured out yet, the whole game is basically based on orcs and orc clan wars. That's a symbol. If any of you guys are familiar with any of the fantasy, even the 40k Warhammer world for orcs, the moon, that's an actual tribe, which I can't remember the name of the tribe right now, but it is an actual orc symbol. Now also what comes in the box is, as you can see, there's these little pitons, and they are multicolored. There's little cones. There are 4 colors in here, and there are 4 of each color. And what happens is, in the game, there's a card called Sneaky Gits. And what happens is, when you play a card called Sneaky Gits, you take that card, and instead of placing it in one of your battle lines, you place it in an opponent's battle line. And what it allows you to do is that at any point in the game that they go to place a card in their battle line, you can force that card not to be played by using your Sneaky Git. And then when you do battle for a battle line, like I explained to you how you design your lines, this is the only dice that you use, and it has 5 sides of the dice have eyeballs, and one side has a chaos symbol. Would you like me to take it out so you can get a closer view of it? Yeah, you want a closer view for the camera? Alright. So there you go, you got an eyeball there, you see that? You got a nice clear view of that?
Yep.
And then you got the chaos symbol. I know, you say, right? Look, there's one right there. Look, chaos symbol.
Yeah.
I got another one right there on my elbow. Is it this elbow that has it?
Yeah.
Or right there behind my elbow?
It's right here.
Yeah. That's a Warhammer tattoo. That's for World Eaters, which is a 30k clan. One of the founding chapters of the Space Marines. And then it does come with 4 of those battle mats, like I said. So as you can see, there are 4 separate ones here. So it is a 2 to 4 player game, and the object of the game, as I said, is to build your battle lines before your opponent finishes their battle lines. And there's the rule book. It doesn't take a lot to play the game. I mean, if you get interested in possibly buying this game, I'll tell you a little cheat for the first time you play: wear lots of green. And then here is a actual summary on the back, and then this book breaks down all the different cards and what their effects are and what they do, and you know what the treasure cards here are. Everything is covered in here. So that's the whole game. Nice and neat. It plays on a normal size kitchen table. You can play a 4-player game pretty easily. Deck goes in the middle. One big deck. It's take cards till you play a card that causes you to discard, or play a card that actually says end your turn once this card is played. And then it moves on to the next person, and you just keep doing that and doing that and doing that till somebody gets a battle line built, and then they choose an opponent and they attack the unfinished battle line of their opponents and try to finish another one of theirs till the first person gets 3, and then the game is over. But just because it's a game based around chaos, just because you finish 3 battle lines, does not mean you will be the winner. Yeah, because it is based on a point value for the cards. Your opponent could have 3 unfinished battle lines, but have enough treasure cards and other cards in his deck, in his lines, that his final total is better than yours. So even though he didn't build 3 battle lines, he will beat you. So again, guys, it's Fantasy Flight Games, so you can get it online. It is a Games Workshop game. It does say age 13 plus, but it's just got a little bit of warped British humor. It says an average game is about 30 to 45 minutes. As you can see on the front art cover there, it's just orcs fighting orcs. But yeah, Chaos Marauders, Games Workshop, Fantasy Flight. It's roughly $20. It's a good fun game. Kills about a half an hour to an hour, and it's a fun party game. You'd be surprised at the people that I've been able to get play this, and they have absolutely loved it and requested coming back to play it every time they come over. So I personally give it a 2 thumbs up. We will try and do a later video of gameplay of this video so you guys can get a gameplay aspect of the fun and everything of it. The laughter and just the silliness that goes on because of the text on cards and so forth. But anyways, that's it for me for today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, I would highly request that you do subscribe. It helps out, guys. And if you are interested in knowing when I upload videos, they generally are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But if anything changes, you will, if you have the bell icon, click get notified. Other than that, guys, thanks for liking, watching, and subscribing. And remember, don't let the zombies get you. Bye for now.